folks, welcome back to the channel. Happy Catty Crypto here. Good morning and welcome back. So I'm kind of pushing on this thought of a smart burn tax, a more intelligent burn tax, one that can work for the current, the future, and for whatever really is to get thrown at us curveball wise, because you never really know, do you, when the situation's going to arise where we're going to have a huge surge of volume, right? No one can ever tell, but recently we know that the IBCs are going to be re-enabled, both sides, and it's probably going to release around 300 billion Lunar Classic coins, if not a little bit more, might be a little bit less. You know, it's not a dead set number. It's just a rough estimate that I can make out across the board. So what I believe is, you know, as we breach these kind of levels where there should be a threshold, right? So the 0.2% burn tax stays as it is, but as soon as the volume hits above, say, 50 million that day, you know, then it goes above. And this is just me, you know, giving an example. The threshold then goes up to 0.4%. Okay, so then it's, say it reaches 100 billion that day. The threshold then goes up to 0.6%. You're kind of getting the drift, right? And it should be intelligent on that scale, because then, right, not only are you covering this event that's going to happen now with the IBCs, right, but you're also going to cover any kind of curveballs that get thrown at us in the future. And then we're always making the most out of, you know, these really, really big surges where we're having serious amounts of volume, and, you know, it's really going to help us out in the long run. And I solely believe this is a route that could and should be now looked into, if not by myself, but by other people. And, you know, there's a lot of people that have had a lot of say in the burn tax and things like that. And I know there's a lot of people that understand it quite well. And I hope someone will hopefully get to it before we're able to get to it, because we're working on the hatchery and other things are currently going on that we can't really speak about. But in essence, an interchangeable smart burn tax seems like a no-brainer at this point, okay? Because we've got all of this gobbledygook where it's, you know, people want it up, people want it down, but, you know, there's always the argument, isn't there, where, oh, well, it could kill on-chain volume, or, you know, it could make things worse, or oh, it could make things better. And this is where this kind of smart system comes into place. There should be a 1.2% max cap. So say it reaches 250 billion that day, the tax rate would then go up to like 1.2%. Obviously it cools down the next day, and it could recalibrate, I don't know, every 6 hours. So it could then look at the tax rate and say to itself, okay, the volume that's coming in at the moment on chain is this much, we should lower the tax rate. It's definitely doable with the system we have. Smart contracts are so intelligent, and there's some amazing people in the space. And, you know, I think this is actually a really, really good idea from where I'm sitting. And it's kind of like my developers pool idea that we spoke about before here on the channel and kind of put out there. And I mentioned that even regardless of me saying, you know, those funds are tainted, I always said the developers pool should be created regardless of funds being able to be put in it right now or not. It, you know, well, you guys know, if you haven't gone and watched those videos and read those articles, then do go and watch those. I'll try leave a link in the top right hand corner if I can find the video. But, you know, it's these little things that are really going to make the difference. And the whole idea behind a dev pool is to not only ensure that the community feels safe, but the developers feel safe, and then people on the outside also feel safe. So it's really good. The staking ratio went up to 13%. Now it's gone back down a little bit. Folks, this is totally normal. It's just people getting cold feet and stuff like that. There's a lot of people who are auto compounding their rewards, which is really, really good, because validators in themselves are always looking for more delegations, and that's kind of a way to get more delegates to delegate more coins on an automatic scale. So it is really good. there's a lot of people who said to me, you know, why haven't you got this in place yet? And it's because of the simple fact we don't want to use Eris or, you know, Kepler wallet or anything like that. We like our own in-house dev. He likes to create things himself. He's very set in his ways about that, and we like that. That's really what sets HCC aside, and that's always been what gave Lunk Penguins its edge, what gave Lunk Blaze its edge, what gave the Lunk Penguins NFT project its edge. And that treasury's already gone over 100 million, and we're already paying out huge amounts of rewards in comparison to other NFT projects that have been out there. And that's not us, you know, saying, oh no, we're better than them. It's us just simply saying, you know, what we did is working. What we said we're doing. And, you know, the treasury over there is so intelligent. It's very simple, but it's very intelligent. But that's why I always kind of push on this idea of the Oracle rewards pool, and this being so much more important than people can understand, because this gives people the ability to create a project. Okay, create a project, build it around, you know, the reward system, integrate the system, how validators integrate the system, just do it on a different scale. And you can use that, okay, to more or less, you know, build things on the blockchain and incorporate things. And that's why it's so vital that we're always thinking about how we can continue to fund the Oracle rewards pool. But in itself, I hope you guys, you know, kind of have a think about this interchangeable burn tax. Let me know what you think about it in the comments. Is it a silly idea? What do you think? Do you think we need an intelligent burn tax that should react to how the system reacts and works for ultimately in the community's favor? Like I said, it's like getting thrown a curveball and there being a system there to go, there's a lot of volume today, so I think we're going to charge a little bit more than we usually do. Seems like a bit of a no-brainer. But let me know what you guys think. And we are voting on things currently in the Telegram group, but it seems there's a lot of blindless voting. So if you are in our Telegram group, do check what you're voting on. People are voting yes to 2 proposals that contradict each other. You know, you really need to understand what you're voting on, what you're voting for, and things like that. If you haven't seen my most recent video and you don't know where I stand with all of this, I think my new word's going to be gobbledygooky, because I heard some old lady say it to me on the boat. I think she called a grieve a gobbledygooky, and I was like, what? It's a grieve. Anyway, my stance with this money is it's tainted. We were better off before it. It's attracted some real strange people, and, you know, people that are lobbying or ganging up on individuals that just don't agree with them from their own standpoint, which is absolutely ridiculous, because there's so many more people out there that are voting, you know, on these things and speaking about and discussing them. And if people think that, you know, all of these different people that have been here from, you know, May don't speak to each other, then they, you know, they must be kidding themselves. So yeah, very interesting. Interchangeable burn tax. Let me know what you think. I really like the idea. I'll catch you in the next one. It's not financial advice. Beware of scammers, doppelgangers, anybody pretending to be me. And I'll catch you in the next one.